Good morning to you all and welcome to the Braes High School Senior Award Ceremony for session 21-22. While this is not exactly how we would have liked to celebrate your achievements this session, I hope we can make this morning a lovely memory for you and your peers, recognising the courage, commitment, perseverance and well-deserved success in your studies and wider achievement, despite the difficult times you've experienced. While we don't have your families with us here in person to share in your celebration, we're recording this morning's proceedings and hope you can watch it at home with them afterwards. So let us begin the celebrations this morning with a musical performance from one of your peers, Connor Boyle, who's going to do the Riverboat song on the drums for us. Connor. What a great way to kick off this morning, Connor. Thank you so much. It certainly woke me up, and I'm sure it woke some of you who were still asleep this morning. I'm now going to hand over to Mr Livingston to say a few words before we move on to the next stage.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Miss Cotter, and well done, Connor. That certainly took us back, for some of us anyway, to our younger days, listening to a bit of Ocean Colour Senior, so well done on that. Well, good morning, everyone. It's absolutely fantastic to have you all here for our Senior Awards this morning. And although, as Miss Cotter said, it's not quite the full event normally, with our families and those close to you also present, we do hope that by having you as our prize winners here together, that we can mark what is undoubtedly a superb set of achievements. Now, it goes without saying that the school experience that you have had and your fellow pupils these last couple of years or so has not been really anything like exactly what anyone would have wanted it to be for you. And while we cannot forget the heartache, the sadness and the challenge of what we have dealt with over these last couple of years, this morning we can certainly also reflect on the hope and the optimism that we have in you as young people. And that optimism and that hope comes from the way in which you've met that challenge with resolve, with fortitude, and with positivity. And the awards that we celebrate here today are the product of many, many ingredients. Your abilities, your talents, your work ethic certainly, but also a real and clear growth mindset. Having a clear and sharp focus that despite the challenges set of you, you've been determined to make the most of those talents and abilities and to maximise your potential. And I know that all of you would recognise that although these achievements are absolutely yours, that your journey towards these successes has had other contributing influences too. I know that as pupils, you will have appreciated the role of the many staff that have supported you in this journey, guiding your study, offering encouragement, and a clear way forward in your learning. The staff of Braes High School are exceptionally proud of you and have a deep care for your well-being and progress. And similarly, I know that you will also be appreciative of the commitment of your parents and carers, other family members and others close to you at home as well, who have helped you get to this point. By encouraging, cajoling, setting those expectations and boundaries, and most of all, with a love and care for you, those close to you at home will also be really proud of the achievements that we mark today. However, we know that ultimately what is celebrated here today is the product of your labours, your rigour, your aspiration and your perseverance. It is those qualities that have got you here today, and those qualities that will also make sure that you do well in the future. It might be normal for us in our current situation to be uncertain about what the future may bring. However, I can say with absolute conviction and with that optimism and that hope that what is certain to me is that the talents and personal qualities that we celebrate today will ensure that you, as the younger generation coming through, are well placed to lead us in whatever circumstances lie ahead. I've always felt privileged to be your head teacher, and no more so than on occasions such as these. So thank you very much for listening this morning, and all the very best in all of your future endeavours. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr Livingston. We're now going to hear from another pupil, Jamie McGinley, on his accordion. Jamie. Thank you, Jamie. We didn't have a name for this song because it took Jamie quite a bit of time to work out what he was going to play this morning for us. Jamie's off to study music at the Conservatoire, so I wish him all the very best in his future studies. I'm sure we'll be hearing more from him in the future. I'm now going to pass on to an ex-Braes pupil and would like to give her a big Braes welcome, Sophie Wallace. Sophie left Braes High School in 2015, so relatively recently, and has been a presenter for Scottish Television, STV. I'm sure you'll recognise her from the television. I'm sure Sophie's going to share some of her stories and memories of Braes High School with you this morning and the journey she's been on since she's left. So I'm not going to say very much more. I'm just going to leave it over to Sophie because I'm sure she's got much more to say than I have. Sophie.
Hello. Okay, making sure you can all hear me. I'm very loud. And I know that a lot of the teachers who taught me here could probably testify to that as well. I like to talk, and I've already had 2 coffees this morning, so if I'm going too fast or if I'm talking too much, then I'm sure one of you will give me a wee nod. Thank you very much, everybody, for welcoming me back, and thank you for the big Braes welcome. Before I get into the nitty-gritty of what I wanted to talk about today, I just wanted to say congratulations, because I know for a lot of you here, you will have worked really, really hard to get to this point. You were doing a damn sight better than me. I was only ever invited to the prize giving once, and that's because I thought I could scush school, which turned out not to really be the case. But I just want you all to give yourselves a big round of applause because you're all brilliant. Well done. But this is a wee bit weird for me because it really wasn't that long ago that I was sitting in exactly the same space that you guys are. And like I say, I was only invited to this awards ceremony once. And the guy who spoke on the day was a guy called Montgomery. Now this guy was the CEO of Highland Spring, you know, the water, right? So this guy was a multi-millionaire. He stood up in his fancy suit, he had a really nice watch on, he spoke about all of these amazing things that he did in his life, and we all sat there feeling very inspired and very motivated. My mum and dad were sitting in the audience and they were like, oh, he was brilliant. And I was like, aye, he was brilliant. Can't wait to go and conquer the world, drinking Highland Spring and stuff like that. And so when Mrs. Cotter emailed me to say, Sophie, do you fancy coming and speaking to the kids? She said it in a bit more of a nice way than that. I said, well, yeah, that's fine. But in my head, I was like, what am I going to say that's going to inspire these people? Because it really wasn't that long ago that I left Braes. And I couldn't help but draw parallels between me and Montgomery. Now, I am not a multi-millionaire. I've got quite a nice suit on, and my watch is all right. It doesn't work, but it wasn't as nice as his. And I thought to myself, how can they put me in the same bracket as this guy who's done really, really well for himself? How can they measure my success against his? And so I thought an awful lot about that word success, and it's something that we're all very familiar with. You're all successful sitting here. Success was part of the Braes motto, especially when I was at school. It's something that's drilled into us as soon as we walk through the doors here at Braes High School. And when I was your age, which makes me sound really old, because actually I'm not that much older than you, but when I was a teenager, for me success was all about being the best in the class, for getting all A's. Unless it was an A that I got on a test, I didn't think I was particularly successful, and I would beat myself up about it. But looking back in my career now and my time at Braes, I've realised that that's not how I measure success at all. Now, I've mentioned that I was only invited to this awards ceremony once, and for lots of you watching, you're probably thinking, well, she's a journalist. That's what I do at STV. I've actually just left STV, so not there anymore, but I'll come on to that. But she's a journalist, so she must have been pretty good at English. And if you're thinking that, then you're only maybe about half right, because I was all right at English. The problem was, I thought I was brilliant. I was put into a fast track class when I was in 3rd year. I scooshed that and I got a 1 at standard grade. I did my higher, got 2 years to sit that, did all right, I got an A. It was an A on appeal, but I got an A. So I swanned into my advanced higher class. And I thought, I'm going to scoosh this. The teacher knew I wanted to be a journalist, and he sat us down on our first day of class and he said, guys, I'm confident that someone in this class is going to be the first person at Braes High School to get an A at advanced higher English. And I'm sitting there thinking, it's going to be me. I'm going to be that person. He pulled me to the side at the end of the class and he said to me, Sophie, I know you want to be a journalist. I'm going to push you really hard this year, because I think you've got it in you. And I don't know what happened in my brain, and I don't know if any of you around your 6th year can maybe comprehend with this. I'd gotten that unconditional for uni at that point anyway. I knew that I was safe, but I think I'd just heard those words from that teacher, and I'd say to myself, look, they're expecting lots of me here. They're expecting that I'm going to get this A. I'm going to bend over backwards to make sure that I am the person to get that A. And it was like a switch went off in my head. I've gone from the idea of, right, okay, I can coast this subject, to I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that I get that A. And so I started staying up all night writing essays. That was the worst idea ever. Don't do that. Because what ended up happening was I was coming into school knackered. I was failing all of my mock exams post-reading. I was pretty good at post-reading. Failing those. Critical essays were guff. My grammar was shocking. It still is. I wrote a brilliant creative piece. At least I thought it was brilliant. I still think it was brilliant. Mr. Ironside didn't like it. We'll have words about that later. But prelim time came around. And I put myself under so much pressure. And I was like, I need to do well at this prelim. Because if not, then what's going to happen at the final exam if I bomb it? Prelim results came back a week later, and I got a D. And I was inconsolable. You know when you cry, and you cry so much that you start hyperventilating, your shoulders start bobbing up and down. That was me, but in front of my teacher and the head of department at the time. I had no shame. I was gutted. And so I had to try and regroup myself and think about, right, okay, how am I going to make sure that I get this A? I thought it was not within reach. I had no idea what I was going to do. Before I knew it, exam time came around 3 months later, and I was sitting at that exam hall. By that point, I was mentally and physically exhausted. I'd given myself stress-induced eczema. Like, who even gets that? Do you know what I mean? Like, it was really, really bad. And I think sitting in that exam hall for those 2.5 hours, writing about books that I didn't really understand and trying to cobble together an essay about things that I didn't really get was probably one of the most dramatic experiences of my life. I still dream about it whenever I'm stressed, and that was 7 years ago, so I think that kind of puts it into context as to how much pressure I was putting myself under. But I got the exam out of the way, thought nothing else of it. Exam results day came around at the start of August, and I remember opening up that text message. I scanned through all of the results that were on that text that day, and I kind of skipped over the rest of them. I done pretty well, until I got down to English. And there it was, on that text message. It was glowing at me. It was a great, big, shiny C. And I was like, C? Mum and Dad were a wee bit disappointed. I knew my teacher was going to be a wee bit disappointed because no one in the class got an A that year, and they were determined to get an A. The editor of the paper that I worked for at the time was a wee bit disappointed. But for me, that was the best thing that had happened to me all year. Didn't matter that I didn't get an A. Didn't even matter that I didn't get a B. I got a C. And I was so proud of myself for even just getting through it. And so that was the first time that I looked at something that I had done. And I thought to myself, I was pretty successful in that, even though I didn't get the best result in the class. I got a C, and to this day it's one of my proudest achievements. Now, going back to the time that I was invited to this award ceremony, my award was in higher drama. I got the higher drama award in 5th year, and I was buzzing about that. Drama was my best subject, by far. But when I look back at my success in drama, I don't look back at all of the things that I managed to achieve academically then. I look back at my time with the Braes Youth Theatre. I was in the Braes Youth Theatre for 3 years in a row, and I was lucky enough to be cast as a principal member for those 3 years. Every year I played a boy. I don't know what the teachers were trying to tell me. Miss Taylor's not even here to answer for herself. I think it's because I'm quite tall and can be quite angry. But it was great. And on my final performance in 6th year, I was the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz. I was stood somewhere over there, a face full of yellow face paint. I was bawling my eyes out. I did a lot of crying in 6th year. I bawling my eyes out because it was my last ever performance. I was gutted about leaving. And we got to our final song, and we sung it, and it was brilliant. And if you've ever gone to one of the school shows, or if you're in the youth theatre yourself, and you've done one of the shows, you'll know that Miss Taylor and whoever else comes out, she stands in this wee corner, she gets the microphone and she does a wee speech. And she tells everybody, all the parents, all the cast, how proud she is of everyone. And that was something I was really looking forward to when I was in my 6th year. Because when you were in your 6th year or you were leaving school, you got a wee A4 bit of paper that was signed by all of the cast members that year. And I thought, this is great. Miss Haley was calling out all of my peers and she was telling everybody who was in the room how proud she was of everyone. And I just remember looking about myself and looking at all my pals and thinking, you know, I am so proud of you. My name was the last name called. Don't know why I remember that, I just do. And I couldn't tell you what Miss Taylor said about me because I was too busy crying. I was doing that bob and shoulder thing again. And I was just so overwhelmed with pride and emotion. So when that wee first year came out and they gave me my wee sign sheet of A4 paper, I had never felt a pride like it before in my life. And so when I look back at my time with the Braes drama department, I don't look at the academic achievements. I look back at the fact that I got an A4 signed bit of paper to tell me how proud of me everybody was. I was delighted at the fact that my teacher stood here and spoke about how proud of me and my peers she was. And to put that into context, I was very successful in drama. I was the first person in the history of Braes High School to get 50 out of 50 on the writing exam, and one of the first to get an A advanced higher drama. But for me, what was more important, and what I measured success more from, was my teacher being proud of me and my peers being proud of me. And that's something that I've taken throughout my career. I'm leaving STD, my last day was yesterday, and everybody said to me when I told them that I was going, Sophie, why are you doing that? You've been so successful. You're on the telly 5 days a week. You know, you're only 24. I was the youngest person to ever present a flagship news programme in Scotland. Why are you going? But for me, they couldn't wrap their head around the fact that actually me presenting the news was 10 minutes out of my day. 10 minutes out of an 8-hour shift. That's not what I was most proud of when I was at STV. What I was most proud of was the fact that I got to give a voice to people who needed it most. That I was in a position where I could raise thousands of pounds for charity. That I got to work alongside a team who were dedicated to giving audiences who were important to us and we were important to them the stories of the day that matter. Presenting the news was such a minuscule part of that. But for me, the most successful thing about working at STV was the fact that I got to work alongside a group of people who believed in each other. And as a result, I believed in myself. And so if I would ask you to take one thing away from today, on paper, you lot are all really successful. But think about the way that you measure that success. It doesn't matter come final exams if you get a C. It doesn't matter what job you end up doing. It doesn't matter if you change jobs completely and decide that you want to go through a completely different path. What matters is that you're happy and that the people around you are proud of you. And if you can measure that and you can say that you're truly proud of yourself, then you're pretty successful. Thank you.
This is really quite emotional for us as well because it's the first time we've had such a recent ex-pupil here at Braes High School talking, and I'm sure certainly the message was really clear and strong for me, and I know it will be for the other senior managers here, but I hope it really hit home to you because you do need to believe in yourself. You do need to believe that anything is possible, and we've seen this group of young people coming through the most difficult times ever, and you have really excelled. And we are very, very proud, which is why today we wanted to make this opportunity to celebrate your success with you this morning. So we're going to move on to the bit that matters most to you and why you're all here. And we're going to start off with the main event, and I'm going to invite Miss Wilkinson and Sophie back onto the stage to hand out the awards to our prize winners. So we're going to start with our S4 prize winners. So I'm going to ask the first row of the S4 if they could start making their way around and up to the stage. Okay, we're going to start with 41C. So certificate for outstanding effort in music, Rowan Campbell. Certificate for outstanding effort in practical woodwork was for Lewis Fraser, but Lewis isn't with us this morning. So move on to certificate of outstanding performance in drama, outstanding effort in PE, and outstanding performance in English, Gracie Proudlock. Certificate for Outstanding Effort in Biology, Sarah Sutherland. Certificate of Outstanding Performance in Biology, Outstanding Performance in Chemistry and Outstanding Performance in English, Rebecca Tate. Our prize winners from 42C, Certificate for Outstanding Effort in Mathematics, Ashley Easton. We don't have Ashley with us this morning. Certificate for Outstanding Effort in Health and Food Technology, Beth Haig. Certificate of Outstanding Performance in English for Ben Harrison. Certificate for Outstanding Effort in Spanish and Outstanding Effort in History, Hannah Hope. Certificate of Outstanding Effort in Ascent and a Certificate of Outstanding Effort in People and Society, Jack Livingston. Certificate for Outstanding Performance in Administration, Outstanding Performance in Business and Outstanding Performance in Computing, Alexander Marshall. Certificate of Outstanding Performance in Computing, Jason Matson. Certificate of Outstanding Effort in Ascent, Outstanding Effort Computing, Outstanding Performance for People in Society and Outstanding Effort in English, Cody McNiven. Certificate of Outstanding Effort in Mathematics, Kevin Oliver. For 44L, Certificate for Outstanding Effort in English, Casey Armstrong. Certificate of Outstanding Performance in PE, Mark Benzie. Certificate of Outstanding Effort in English, Macy Cochran. Certificate of Outstanding Effort in Music Technology, Arden Crombie. Certificate of Outstanding Effort in English, Charlotte Horn. Certificate of Outstanding Performance in Dance and Outstanding Effort in PE, Sophie Leonard. Certificate of Outstanding Effort in Spanish and Outstanding Performance in Health and Food Technology and in Outstanding Performance in Mathematics, Hannah Lothian. Certificate of Outstanding Performance in Administration and Outstanding Effort in Biology, Chloe Snedden. For 5L, Certificate of Outstanding Performance in Physics, Douglas Arbuckle. Certificate of Outstanding Effort in Business and Outstanding Performance in Practical Cookery, Katie Benny. Certificate of Outstanding Performance in PE, Katie Brown. Certificate of Outstanding Effort in Mathematics, Alicia James. Certificate of Outstanding Performance in Chemistry, Ewan Johnson. Outstanding Effort in PE, Luke McLennan. Outstanding Effort in French and Outstanding Effort in Physics, Logan McCulloch. Certificate of Outstanding Effort in Graphic Communication and Outstanding Performance in Practical Woodwork, Katrina McLaughlin. And Certificate of Outstanding Performance in English and Outstanding Performance in Application of Maths, Toby O'Connor. Now moving on to 470, and any young person who has 5 or more certificates from subjects is awarded the Seal of Excellence. So our first Seal of Excellence today is for a Certificate in Outstanding Performance in Computing, Outstanding Effort in Engineering Science, Performance in Geography, Performance in Physics, Outstanding Effort in English, Outstanding Performance in Mathematics and Outstanding Performance in Applications of Mathematics. So Dougal Burnett is our first Seal of Excellence. Well done, Dougal. Certificate of Outstanding Effort in Mathematics, Danielle Easton. Certificate of Outstanding Performance in Administration and Outstanding Performance in PE, Hayley Fleming. Certificate of Outstanding Effort in Positive Transitions, William Mclean. Certificate of Outstanding Effort in History, Effort in Modern Studies and Effort in PE, Fiona Mclean. Certificate of Outstanding Performance in PE, Connor Stephen. Certificates in Outstanding Performance in Chemistry, Computing, Engineering Science, Physics, Practical Electronics and Mathematics. Leon Varai is also a Seal of Excellence. Well done, Leon. Moving on to 480, Certificate of Outstanding Effort in Computing, Joe Campbell. Certificate of Outstanding Performance in History, Amy Carruthers. Certificate of Outstanding Performance in Graphic Communication, Ben Dulforce. Certificate of Outstanding Effort in Geography and Outstanding Effort in History, Erin Fagan. Certificate of Outstanding Performance in Practical Electronics, Logan Haddle. Certificate of Outstanding Performance in Mathematics, Callum Higgins. Certificate of Outstanding Effort in English, Amy Keenan. Certificate in Outstanding Performance in Biology, Outstanding Performance in French, Mathematics and Applications of Mathematics, Iona Lang. Certificate of Outstanding Performance in English, Katie Meisel. And a Certificate in Outstanding Effort in Art and Design, Ailey Taylor. Moving on to 490, Certificate of Outstanding Performance for Modern Studies and Outstanding Performance for Music, James Anderson. Certificate of Outstanding Effort in Geography and Outstanding Performance in Spanish, Outstanding Performance in Maths and Outstanding Performance in History, Holly Buglass. Certificate of Outstanding Effort in Modern Studies and Outstanding Performance in Mathematics, Niamh Douglas. Another seal of approval for certificates in Outstanding Performance in Computing, Music Technology, English, Mathematics and Applications of Mathematics, James Edwards. Certificate of Outstanding Effort in Biology, Lauren Hunter. Another seal of approval, Certificate of Outstanding Performance in Administration, Business, PE, Mathematics and Applications of Mathematics, Kerr Mackay. Certificate of Outstanding Performance in Mathematics and Certificate of Outstanding Performance in Applications of Mathematics, Anna Pareto. Certificates of Outstanding Effort in Biology and Outstanding Effort in PE, Outstanding Performance in Dance and in Application of Maths, Ellie Ross. Certificate of Outstanding Effort in History, Jacob Tilby. Now on to Pentland, 410p, Certificate of Outstanding Performance in Practical Cookery, Sam Bowen. Certificate of Outstanding Effort in Art and Design, Emma Louise Clark. Certificate of Outstanding Performance in Dance, Hannah Firth. Certificate of Outstanding Effort in Practical Cookery, Jamie Kessler. Certificate of Outstanding Performance in Mathematics, Evie Martin. Certificate of Outstanding Performance in Art and Design and Outstanding Effort in Computing and French, Summer McNeil. Certificate of Outstanding Performance in PE, Cameron Norrock. Certificate of Outstanding Performance in History and in Spanish, Olivia Park. Certificate of Outstanding Effort in Practical Woodwork, Blythe Pattinson. And Certificate of Outstanding Effort in Biology, Abby Watson. Moving on to 411P, another seal of approval, seal of excellence for outstanding performance in art and design, mathematics and applications of mathematics, and outstanding effort in biology and modern studies, Louise Ainsley. Certificate of Outstanding Effort for Administration and Outstanding Performance for French, History and Modern Studies, Jenna Aberco. Certificate of Outstanding Effort in Drama and Outstanding Performance in English, Rebecca Lees. Outstanding Performance in Physics, Spanish and Practical Woodwork, Bailey McGinley. Certificate of Outstanding Effort in English, Christy Russell. Just going to give one big round of applause for all of our S4 prize winners before we move on to our questions. Well done. That was very smooth. Well done, folks. Can I now ask our S5 prize winners to make their way onto the stage, please? This is a bit more complicated, so hopefully it'll go nice and smoothly. There's a few extra bits in here. You've got this, Miss Wilkinson. We're going to start with Campsie. So we have the H.P. McCulloch Award for Drama, the higher prize for drama, the higher prize for history. Modern Studies in RNPS goes to Isla Campbell. The higher certificate for PE goes to Josh Cantell. The higher prize for Games Development to Sandy Dunbar. The Nat 5 certificate for Applications of Maths to Zoe Hylands. The higher certificate for Games Development, the Donald Cameron Shield for Music, and the higher prize for music to Rachel Hunter. The higher prize for business and the higher certificate for Spanish to Ellen McHugh. The Class 98 Cup for computing to Jessica Sterling. To Lomond now, the higher prize for politics, Chiara Bianco. The higher certificate for art and design, and shared with the Joseph T. Benny Memorial Quake for English, shared with Max Macaulay, to Rachel Hanna. We're letting Rachel take the Quake, Max, so I think we've got quite enough. The higher certificate for drama to Cara O'Connor. The National 5 certificate for English to Lucy Reid. The higher prize for art and design, the National 5 certificate for drama, and the higher prize for graphic communication to Eva Robertson. The higher certificate for history to Kyle Rintoul. The higher certificate for geography to Athos Rocha. The higher certificate for business to Matthew Shanks. The higher prize for computing to Ewan Taylor. The higher certificate for design and manufacture to Bailey Weir. Now on to OCO. The National 5 Certificate for Biology to Amy Comrie. Higher Certificate for Music and the National 5 Certificate for Mathematics to Callum Davidson. Higher Prize for Administration to Charlie Evans. Higher Prize for Geography and Higher Certificate for Physics to Corey Fennick. The Bovaird Prize for Health and Food Technology to Beth Laird. The Higher Certificate for Modern Studies to Niamh Lindsay. The Sports Leader of the Year Award to Paige McGilvery. The Higher Prize for Design and Manufacture to Megan Warnsborough. The National 5 Prize for English to John Wickstrom. The Higher Prize for Music Technology to Sophie Wood. On to Pentland, the Higher Certificate for French and for Music Technology to Ailey Anderson. The Higher Certificate for Biology and for Chemistry, the Higher Prize for English and the Jackson Hughes Trophy for Higher Maths to Amna Anwar. The National 5 Certificate for Laboratory Skills to Abby Ferguson. The Higher Certificate for Computing to Isaac Freer. The Higher Certificate for Graphic Communication and for Applications of Maths to Grace Hendry. The Sheila Stewart Trophy for Outstanding Effort in Chemistry to Ellie Kirk. The Higher Prize for Biology, for Chemistry and for Physics, I've already mentioned this, the Joseph T. Benny Memorial Quake for English and the Higher Certificate for Mathematics to Max Macaulay. The Higher Prize for PE and the Higher Certificate for English to Andrew Melville. Higher Certificate for Administration and the Outstanding Performance for Volunteering to Kai Mungo. National 5 Certificate for Biology, Ellie Patterson. Well done to all of our S5 award winners. A big round of applause. Can I now invite our S6 pupils up onto the stage? Make your way, please. The Advanced Higher Prize for Biology, Louis McBurney. The Higher Prize for Computing, Ewan McManus. The Advanced Higher Certificate for Biology and Advanced Higher Prize for Chemistry and for Physics, Peter Mitchell. The Advanced Higher Certificate for Music, Ailish Ogilvie. The Advanced Higher Prize for Modern Studies and the Higher Certificate for RMPS, Cara Robertson. Outstanding Performance for Practical Cake Craft, Kate Stevenson. An Outstanding Effort for Practical Cookery, Katie Sutherland. For Lomond, the Higher Certificate for Computing, Ryan Burchill. The Advanced Higher Prize for Music and Advanced Higher Certificate for Mathematics, Connor Boyle. For Moco, the Advanced Higher Certificate for Physics, Evan Crawford. The Advanced Higher Prize for History and the Higher Certificate for Politics, Holly Haddifin. Higher Prize for Travel and Tourism, Leah Kelso. National 5 Certificate for Music Technology and the Higher Certificate for Media Studies, Ailey Meikle. Higher Certificate for Travel and Tourism, Antonia Mooney. The Higher Prize for Media Studies, Leah Mungo. The Higher Prize for Applications of Maths, Lucy Richards. And Pentland, the National 5 Certificate for Spanish, Taylor Barbero. Outstanding Effort in Practical Cake Craft, Alistair Campbell. National 5 Certificate for Spanish, Callum Hastings. The Sheila Stewart Trophy, which we've already given to Ellie, and Outstanding Performance in Practical Cookery, Ellie Kirk. There's been a wee bit. The Advanced Higher Certificate for History, Eve McKenzie. The Linda Muir Cup for Advanced Higher Music and the Advanced Higher Prize for Mathematics, Jamie McGinley. The Higher Prize for French, Evan Park. The National 5 Certificate for Music Technology, Ben Rowles. The Higher Prize for Spanish, Louise Robertson. The Rankin Trophy for S6 Achievement in English, Safa Sadiq. And the National 5 Certificate for Lab Skills, Sophie Tarrier. We're now going to move on to our final awards, and I'm going to thank John Binney, who's been very patient because he was actually down there and he's come up here and he is first. You are next on the list, John, so thank you so much. But I'm going to just read a wee bit out first. Our first special award this morning is for Outstanding Sporting Achievement, which this year goes to John Binney. John has played football for many years at a very high level and he continues to do so this year. This was first recognised by Forth Valley coaches when he was successful in being selected for the Forth Valley senior boys team. Due to John's excellent performances with the regional team, he was selected to trial for the Scotland Schoolboys Under-18 national team, where he was successful again in being selected for the national squad. John has since played a leading part in a number of games against other home nations in the Centenary Shield, travelling across the UK and putting in some fantastic performances. It's a truly incredible achievement by John, so we're delighted to give him this Outstanding Sporting Achievement Award today. John. The next of our final awards is the Anne Spears Cup, and the Anne Spears Cup goes to a pupil who has gone above and beyond to contribute to the whole school community, and this year it goes to Sam Wilson Perkins. Sam has been enthusiastic and positive since the day he started at Brace. His confidence has grown through his determination to be part of it. He was chosen by his classmates in S1 to represent them in the Pupil Council, and he's continued to do that for many years afterwards. Sam has participated fully in house activities, volunteering, and more recently he has taken on the role of leadership captain, set up the Digital Den for STEM, and was a departmental assistant for computing. Sam has done all of this with humility and, most importantly, a smile. He's a very well-deserving award winner of the Anne Spears Cup. Our next award is the Smiley Award, and this goes to a pupil who has shown sustained commitment to their learning, and Jamie Thompson has undeniably done that. Jamie has demonstrated incredible strength, resilience, and above all, positivity. His confidence has grown in the past 5 years, and he's been an excellent role model for others. We know he will continue to challenge himself in the future and look forward to seeing where it takes him. Well done, Jamie. Our next award is one which aligns closely to our values at Braes. The Mclean Award recognises the sometimes quiet but always powerful difference made by a member of our school community. The idea of simply being kind defines our school community and was embodied by the much missed Dylan. This award goes to Abby Ferguson for her commitment, dedication, positivity and kindness. Abby has delivered a positive message on a weekly basis to our school community, dedicating her time, effort and passion to building up others. Well done, Abby. The Robertson Trophy goes to our outgoing school captains who have led our senior pupil leadership programme supported by their vice captains. Darcy Dewar and Liam Mungle are very well deserving recipients of this award, having led their peers through very difficult and challenging circumstances. Congratulations go to both of them. The Class 90 Excellence Award goes to a 6-year pupil who has excelled in their advanced higher studies. This year, Peter Mitchell has been studying 3 advanced hires, biology, chemistry and physics, and has achieved exceptionally high grades in all 3 subjects. So congratulations to Peter for a very, very well-deserved Class 98 award. I'm going to ask you to be upstanding for our final, because you may have spotted that the long list of prizes given to this pupil for their excellence in subjects earlier in the ceremony. Our final award is the Ducks Medal. So I'm going to ask you to be upstanding for our school ducks for session 21-22. He's coming. He's got long legs too. Well done, Max. Max McLean. Thank you all so much. You've done a brilliant job. You were really good at juggling that and did it all so smoothly, so thank you for everyone. Build respect and earn success, and you've certainly lived up to your school motto. And I speak for all of the staff here at Braes when I say that we're so proud of each and every one of you for your achievements, and we look forward to your continued success in the future. And hopefully at some point we can invite you back to be here on stage and do the same for the younger generation. Before we finish the formal part of our celebrations, I'm going to ask our captains to come back on and to give a small appreciation to Sophie for coming along and sharing her Braes journey with us.
I don't have a vase.
Well, we can start one here. Yeah, we can start one here.
Do you want the vase?
But we're keeping them, yeah. No, we really, really appreciate you coming back this morning. I think the message has definitely hit home with the young people today. So that's the end of all the formal parts, and it is really left all for me to do now is to invite you all to enjoy the cakes and the drinks which we're going to serve to you, and the home economics staff have kindly provided. Thank you all so much for your patience and for coming along and attending today. I hope you can enjoy this with your parents afterwards. Thank you.